know by evidence that people who have experienced COVID have a higher likelihood of cardiac trouble as a result of some of the side effects of COVID. And this will replace all AEDs in all city facilities and all of our frontline apparatus. Any questions on that? That's all I have.
Thanks, Chief.
I hope that was painless enough for everybody.
Chief Whitney. Mr. Baldwin, Mayor, Council. I'm Chief Whitten with the Police Department. I'm going to talk about the American Rescue Plan Act funds request for both the Police Department, and I'm going to touch on some for the Fire Department. The funds requested comply with the first eligible use of ARPA funds, the public health impact. Both the Fire Department, the Police Department, and the courts, we can all agree that public health and impact from COVID-19 would be critical for all three of those agencies. Keeping our officers in their cars keeps them separated and not concentrated or grouped at the police department as they do now. And our goal is to reduce the risk of catching and spreading infectious disease like COVID-19 virus and multiple variants. Currently, officers are required to come back to the police station to complete their paperwork at the end of every shift, and it's not uncommon for them to have 4, 5, 6 incident reports they have to do, and they're concentrated in the patrol room doing those incident reports. Our current systems that we have right now do not allow the flexibility to provide social distancing when writing those reports. The patrol room is only 3 computers in there now, and that's where they're concentrated. Getting this equipment out in the field to where the officers can do their job would prevent them from having to come back and do that paperwork here. The cost. For the police department, our mobile CAD is a total of $387,459.74. And of course, the fire department's is $67,000. Officers will have the ability to complete their job in the field rather than coming back to the police station and concentrating at the police station, which will significantly reduce the spread of COVID-19 within the agency. The public health impact will keep the police and fire department personnel safe as they provide services in a COVID-19 environment. We are providing the systems and the software to allow our officers to work remotely from the police department, keeping dispatchers, judges, and the court personnel protected from COVID-19. And I'll answer any questions you may have.
I would ask just one.
Okay.
Chief, system that you're looking at requires that your system and the fire department system be integrated. Is that correct?
It's the exact same system
Yes.
that the fire department is. Yes, sir.
And also the municipal courts. Your system has to be integrated into the court system.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Chief.
Judge Snow?
Respectfully, Mr. Baldwin, Mr. Mayor, Council, I do have my presentation. I do believe that it will be readable tonight as opposed to when it was the last time we were here. And I apologize for that. I did send that out to you folks by email. But I want to just basically spend a little time telling you what our situation is. Currently, our software package is at end of life. It would definitely need to be addressed in the upcoming budget year if these funds are not granted. I do believe this is time sensitive because the software is at the end of life. It also has a just as important component in that it will protect the court and the citizens because we will be able to do remote access and documentation, all of our paperwork via either a in-house computer or through a virtual private network that is secure from any location. As a matter of interest to you, I just received a memorandum from the Chief Justice today who has reinstated all of our virtual court as of today's date. That is believed because they believe that the coronavirus is ramping back up in its different variants, and he has authorized us to hold court in not just bond court, but also bench trials and first appearance court. And he sent that memo out today, which is a superseding of this memo that's addressed on your need identified page at the very bottom. We've, over the past 18 months, our court has struggled to try to maintain the docket because of the requirements that the Chief Justice offered. We've been restricted a lot of activities. It's just recently, as a matter of fact, we did pre-trial conferences today and were able to resolve about 20 cases this morning. And that's the first time we've had pre-trial conferences since last August. We, of course, we're required to have bond hearings twice a day. Again, that would be an opportunity for us to be able to do this remotely without coming in contact with a defendant or the defendant coming in contact with us as far as physical contact. Currently, we sit across the table from my defendant in the bond court, and there's no, due to the size of the room, there's no way to operate safely, even with a barricade, which we do have. Let you know that we have resumed full services. Again, that is contingent upon what the Chief Justice did today. Our software package called Encode 9, it is the one that is, like I said, is end of life, and it runs from the on-site server only. It does not have remote capabilities. The package that we're suggesting that we go to is a package that's owned by the state of South Carolina, managed and operated by the state of South Carolina. The court administration administers it, they maintain it, and the databases and the secure data center of the South Carolina Supreme Court. It is a package that is required that all the city council, all the county councils, all the county courts, the clerk of court, which is the Court of General Sessions, Court of Common Pleas, is required by the Supreme Court. It's also required by all the magistrates courts, which are 46 counties. There are a number of cities that are on this package. We have the opportunity to move there. There is a significant savings in financing, cost rather. Currently, we pay about $35,000 a year for the software package that we have. This would be a one-time fee of $50,000 to migrate our data to the new software package, and that is a full migration where there's no history or backup files required, and then an annual recurring expense of $3,500, which would come out of this money for this year, but it would not be required in next year's budget because it would be effective July 1st. This does benefit us greatly. It also gives us the opportunity to do everything remotely as we proceed. It gives citizens of the city and of the state access to our records through the public index, which gives greater transparency to the court and makes it easier for them to search records if they so desire. This falls under category 1 as well of the ARPA funds, which would enhance or give personnel opportunity to work in a safety area where they would not be exposed or give a virus or like COVID or any other variant that may exist. And I'll certainly answer any questions that you may have.
Judge Snow, this system is owned by the state of South Carolina?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
And it's operated and maintained by the state?
That's correct, sir.
But they make us pay to use it?
$3,500 a year, which is the maintenance fee. Yes, sir. And right now, we're paying $35,000 a year for this, for the package that we use. Any other questions?
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you for your time.
Mayor, I just would like to reiterate, as